This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. And people are asking that, okay, that question that how exactly, like why we are writing WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, where exactly WebDriver is written, and where exactly Chrome driver is written. Is it like Chrome driver is the class and WebDriver is the interface? Who is the parent of WebDriver? What is the interface name? What is search context? And what are the different hierarchies are available? And why we are writing WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver? And what are the different methods are being overridden? What are the different methods are coming from the parent interface, right? What are the different abstract methods are defined in those interfaces? And what are the separate methods and Chrome driver constructors are defined inside the Chrome driver class? And what is the parent class of Chrome driver, right? So there are a lot of confusions are happening, and there are some hierarchy is maintained. There is some hierarchy is maintained, okay, with respect to WebDriver. So that part I really want to cover. Why we are writing like this, first of all, and what is Java documentation, and then I'll show you their GitHub page also. So first of all, if you see that moment I write WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, it's coming from this particular package from the Java library, that Selenium library, this package. Org OpenQA Selenium, org OpenQA Selenium. Earlier it was like some package was ThoughtWorks package, but they have removed the ThoughtWorks package. Now completely is moved to OpenQA.Selenium. It's no more with ThoughtWorks, and I'll show you that particular thing also. So what you need to do, the best thing is that go to their Java documentation. So go to just open Google and simple write that Selenium Java doc, and this is a Java API documentation is available. It's a very well written document, and you simple go to first thing is the WebDriver interface that we have, right? So go to W. Let me show you. See, this is the WebDriver interface. You can clearly see that, okay, this is the interface is the WebDriver, and WebDriver interface is actually what, child of search context. Okay, guys. So it's actually child of the search context. Let me show you over here directly. Just click on it, and here you will see that search context is the top class, the top interface is available in Selenium, which is extended by WebDriver and the web element. So these two interfaces are the child of search context over here, right? And search context is also having some implemented classes like ChromeDriver, WebDriver, and all those things. So if you draw a diagram, right, and remember this particular diagram always. So let me also draw a diagram. The first interface, so interface is, let's see, this is the square for interfaces, and the first interface is what, search context, and this is interface. Interface means I. So remember, I means interface, or let me write it like this for you. Okay, so search context is the interface available, and in this particular search context we have only two methods, two prototypes abstract methods are available. One is find element and another one is find elements, and both are taking by locators. Okay, so interface is there, we cannot define the method body over here. So these two methods, so whatever the method that you are able to access, right, find element and find elements, are actually, okay, overridden from search context method. So don't say that, okay, all other methods are coming from search context, only these two methods are coming from search context, find element and find elements. So we all know that, okay, we have, let's say I'm writing find element and find elements, only these two methods are coming from search context. Okay, so this is about search context. Now I'll go to just one level down to the WebDriver. So WebDriver is saying that, okay, the super interface is search context, and in WebDriver, guys, what we have in WebDriver, we have all these driver related methods. You see that driver.close, driver.find element, find elements, get, and all those things. But these two methods are the overridden method. Coming from where? Coming from where? Coming from search context, right? So now I'll show you practically, right? So step by step, I'll do one thing. You just go to Google, and here you simply go to Selenium Java GitHub, and go to their GitHub page. Then you will understand better. You check their source code over there. So in the same source code, they maintain all these programming languages, but we are bothered about Java. So you go to Java side, and here we don't want to go to the server side, we have to go to the client side. So go to the client side, and we don't want to check their test cases, we want to check their SRC, the source code. Now see, as I told you, one source earlier they used to write inside this com ThoughtWorks Selenium. So all the old things, okay, they have written over here if someone is using from this particular package. But we are not bothered about com ThoughtWorks package. We're bothered about org OpenQA Selenium. That's why you're able to see that all these math, okay, classes interfaces are coming from org OpenQA dot Selenium over here. Okay. Now what exactly we will do? We will go to org OpenQA Selenium, and here directly what exactly is available. If you see my code org OpenQA Selenium, WebDriver is interface is directly available. See, I is the interface is available directly in this particular folder, in this particular package. So I'll go to my WebDriver over here, WebDriver.java, right? So this is the interface is clearly written over here that this is the interface, which is what extending search context. So if you go to the search context, okay, is available over here. So search context, okay, this is extending search context. And as I told you, in WebDriver, see, all these methods are coming from, see, get method, get current, okay, get current URL. These methods are already defined in WebDriver interface. You can see that, but only those two methods, as I told you, find element and find element, return with @override. Right, guys? So if you list out, so I have another interface. This is my interface, and my interface name is what? WebDriver interface. Right, in this particular we have whatever the methods that we have get method, we have close method, we have a quit method, right? We have a driver.get window handles. Okay, these are the methods are available, right? We have already seen that. I'm just sorry for my typos, like that. So you can see that, okay, all these methods are defined over here: get page source, quit, get window handles, switch to, navigate, right, manage, and everything. So all these methods are available over here, right? So I'm not writing all the methods, but so these are the separate methods of interface, but there are two overridden method also. One is, so I would say two overridden methods. One is find element and another one is find elements. They are coming from where? They are coming from, okay, I'll write it like this. They're coming from search context. So this WebDriver interface is actually extending what? Extending this guy, right? So these two methods are coming from here. So that's why we have to write @override. So WebDriver interface is overriding these two methods, and other than that, WebDriver is having their own abstract method also. So get, close, quit, get window handles, driver dot switch to, all these methods are not available inside the search context. So that's the mistake. Most of the people they do that. Okay, so only these two methods are coming from search context, which is what? Find element and find element. So that's why if you see get title method is there and get current URL is there, we don't have any @override. Only for find elements and only for find element we have @override. Is this clear? Right? So this is the thing. See, get page source, void close, and quit. They are not overridden methods. They are not coming from any search context. Only those two methods are coming from the search context. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll go back to my Selenium, and we will go to the Chrome package, I mean this folder, and go to ChromeDriver class. Then we will see what is the situation with the ChromeDriver class. Most of the people say that, okay, yeah, ChromeDriver is directly, right? ChromeDriver is directly implementing WebDriver interface. No, it's not like that. Okay, so what exactly the concept is? ChromeDriver is actually, according to the new structure, what exactly they have done, there is a class, Chromium class. Okay, after Selenium 3, they have introduced ChromiumDriver. So this ChromiumDriver is actually, okay, in between. So there is a class ChromiumDriver. So what exactly I'm going to do that? Okay, I'm going to create a class ChromiumDriver. So let's quickly create Chromium. Okay, yeah, ChromiumDriver class. So this is a class. So I'll say, okay, let me do one thing. Let me cancel this. Sorry. Let's create a class. Class is a circle. So this is a class. Okay, this is a class. So this is a Chromium class. So this is a class. So Chromium class is available over here, guys. Now what exactly? ChromeDriver is also a class. So we will create one more class over here. So let's see, this is another class. So I'll say this time, this is my only ChromeDriver, not ChromiumDriver, it's ChromeDriver. So there is a difference between this and this, Chromium and ChromeDriver. So this is a class which is extending what? Which is extending this guy, right? Like this. So far we have not seen any relationship between WebDrivers and the ChromeDriver and ChromeDriver class and the search context in this. Then we have to connect, okay, interfaces with our classes. Now how to do that? Now we will go to this particular class, ChromiumDriver class. So let's go to which is defined over here, okay, which is again coming from, okay, here. So you can see that the in between ChromiumDriver is also extending a RemoteWebDriver class. So there is another class, okay guys. So I'll create one more class over here, this class. And what is the class name? The class name is the RemoteWebDriver is a class. So RemoteWebDriver is a class which is defined over here. And this ChromiumDriver is actually extending RemoteWebDriver. So this is extending RemoteWebDriver. So this is a child of RemoteWebDriver class. Now in RemoteWebDriver, what we have, we will okay, go to the RemoteWebDriver class. Okay, sometime you can directly go. Okay, no issues. So I'll check, okay, where exactly the RemoteWebDriver is available. So will go to back to Selenium and scroll down and remote WebDriver. Okay, just a minute. Let me check where exactly the RemoteWebDriver is coming from. Let's go back. So we will see that RemoteWebDriver is actually coming from here. Okay, it's coming from here. You can see that Selenium remote package is there. So we will go to the RemoteWebDriver.java. It's in a different package, and this RemoteWebDriver is actually implementing your WebDriver interface. And there are other interfaces also available like JavaScript Executor and other things. So this RemoteWebDriver is implementing WebDriver interface. So can I say that now there is a relationship? Now I connect the dots like this, right? Okay, so ChromeDriver is not directly connected with WebDriver interface or with search context. So RemoteWebDriver is implementing WebDriver interface. So what we have to do? It means RemoteWebDriver has to implement all the methods which are available in WebDriver interface. So that's where you can see the methods over here. So we will go scroll down and okay, now you can see all the overridden methods are available. Get method, get title method, get current URL, whatever the method that we have written, get method, right? Get current URL, get title method, get simple, right? Get current URL. All these methods are available inside this. So all these methods has to be overridden by RemoteWebDriver class. So that's why you can see that get title, get current URL, get a screenshot, as all these methods are okay coming from here, from WebDriver interface. And there are some other interfaces also available. You can see that the implementation over here, that let's see, JavaScript Executor. So all the JavaScript Executor related things coming from here, finds by and all those things are coming from here, right? So we can see that, okay, yes, multiple inheritance is allowed in Java with respect to interfaces. So this particular class is implementing multiple parent interfaces. So that is allowed in Java. So perfectly fine. But we are talking about only WebDriver. So whatever the methods are available inside this WebDriver, all these methods are available inside the RemoteWebDriver also, right? Now let's see, scroll down and let's see. So get method is there, get a screenshot is there, and see find element and find elements also. From where it is coming? It is coming from WebDriver, right? So FE and FES is actually overridden from search context, which will be given to the WebDriver, and WebDriver is also having find element and find elements. Now it will be overridden by RemoteWebDriver class. Okay, so that's why they have written return by dot find elements and by dot find elements. So here we have to give the implementation, and whatever the method that you are calling find elements coming from the by. Okay, this is the by class reference, and call this particular method over here, right? So method body we have written. So these two methods actually we are overriding from WebDriver interface, and WebDriver is actually overriding all these methods from these two methods from search context. So actually all the implementation is available inside the RemoteWebDriver now, right? So can I say that all the methods, all WebDriver methods and find element and find elements also, both has to be written over here. Okay, both has to be written over here with the method body. So that's why Chromium class, now ChromiumDriver, right? ChromiumDriver will have the access on these methods, right? Because this is a parent and child relationship between class and class. So that's why ChromeDriver class, ChromiumDriver class will have all these things available over here, right? So whatever the method that you have written will be given to this guy also. You don't need to create it. It is, we can inherit from here. Along with that, we have some plus extra methods also. Whatever the extra methods are available inside this particular ChromeDriver class, ChromiumDriver class, and ChromeDriver now is able to access all these methods which are actually coming from ChromeDriver, okay, and which are actually ChromeDriver is taking from here, right? So that's why we say that, okay, whatever the method that you have, okay, find elements and all those things, all those methods, you will get all these methods over here. So now ChromeDriver is having some extra methods plus all same thing, WebDriver methods, right? Plus find element and find elements. All these methods, it will take it from here, from ChromeDriver class, right? So this is the hierarchy, guys, that you have to remember. So most of the people say that, okay, no, ChromeDriver. In fact, I also sometimes say that, okay, directly that, okay, actually ChromeDriver is implementing WebDriver interface. Yes, it is implementing, but not directly like this, okay, via the parent classes like this. So ChromeDriver, the super class of ChromeDriver is Chromium, Chromium to RemoteWebDriver, RemoteWebDriver to WebDriver, and WebDriver to SearchContext. In SearchContext, only those two methods are available. SearchContext, it's like find the element and find elements. And then all the other methods that you see in driver, everything is available over here. So that's why we have to write all these method implementation in this particular class along with find element and find elements over here. So RemoteWebDriver is a very important connection between these interfaces and between these classes. Same thing for other browsers also. So we have Firefox, okay, Firefox driver. So same thing is happening with this. So okay, this Firefox is also implementing this, sorry, extending this particular class. Same thing for other browsers like we have Safari, we have Internet Explorer, right? So let's see, I'll write Firefox driver is the class which is available over here. Let's see this, and then we will see what is the okay intermediate this okay parent of Firefox driver. Do we have it or not? That we need to check. And then same thing for iDriver, same thing for Safari driver or HTML unit driver or whatever is available, right? So let's see Firefox, what is happening with the Firefox. So I'll go to Selenium, and with the Firefox we will go to Firefox folder, and here we have this Firefox driver, and this Firefox driver is actually see directly implementing RemoteWebDriver. There is no, just like we have ChromiumDriver, right? So this Firefox driver is actually directly implementing RemoteWebDriver. Okay, and there are some other web storage or has extension interfaces also available for different features, but extending RemoteWebDriver. So as such, we don't have any like this, right? So I can say that, okay, this particular Firefox driver class is directly implementing this guy. Same thing for IE and Safari. So remember this thing for Chromium, for ChromeDriver, we have Chromium in between. Same thing, you can check it iDriver and Safari driver later. Okay, that you can do it by. Okay, now I'll go back to Selenium and go to this particular Chromium, and or let's go back. Let's go to RemoteWebDriver once again. So go to this, and I'll go to remote, and we will go to the RemoteWebDriver. So here RemoteWebDriver, right? Now in this particular RemoteWebDriver, you see that, okay, it's implementing WebDriver interface and it's having number of, right? So the RemoteWebDriver is used for what, right? We have to pass the URL if you really want to execute your test cases on Selenium Grid or some hub or host or something on the cloud environment or some remote server. In that case, you have to pass the URL over here. So that's why it's saying that, okay, they have one capabilities that you have to pass, on which capabilities, right? in the form of desired capabilities and everything that you have to pass, and then you can simply use it over here like this. Okay, so that's why you can pass a remote address also directly, URL, and the capabilities you can pass, and it will connect to that particular hub, and then it will start executing your test cases over there like this. You can simply see that, and along with that, start session, get session ID, and all these things are coming from actually, okay, remote WebDriver. The implementation is available over here actually, and the main method that we have already seen that, okay, get method, get title method, all these methods are overridden method which are coming from where? Coming from WebDriver interface. Okay, so remote WebDriver is having all the methods coming from here, along with that, plus some extra features. Okay, some extra methods like session ID and get session ID, the current session ID, and all other extra features are available coming from here. So all the implemented methods, an extra method will be given to this, and then will be given to ChromeDriver. So this is the hierarchy, guys, that you have to remember. And iDriver is also related to this, and Safari also is a child of remote WebDriver, right? So don't say directly that, okay, this class is directly using WebDriver. No, it's not like that, especially in the case of Chrome. Okay, same thing, WebDriver is actually extending search context. In search context, we have these two important methods, not other methods. So search context is having, most of the people, they give the wrong answer for this. It's having only two methods, find element and find elements. So you have to remember this hierarchy. Okay, anything else? Let's see, I'll go back to my Selenium and go to Chrome, and now see ChromeDriver. So as I told you, ChromeDriver is taking from where? ChromiumDriver. So it's extending ChromiumDriver. We can see that extending ChromiumDriver. And what are the different methods? Now see, first of all, these are the constructors are defined, right? That's why we write WebDriver driver equal to new ChromeDriver, which is defined. Then we give the Chrome service also, right? Then we give the capabilities also. Then we give the headless, Chrome options, different, Chrome capabilities and Chrome options. We can give headless or incognito mode or whatever. You can simply define over here, right? Inside the constructor. So these are the constructors are defined over here. Okay, so that's it. There are no other things available in ChromeDriver, right? So ChromeDriver is taking only, it's having only and only constructors, and this particular constructor at the rate deprecated means it's deprecated. Okay, so there are no other separate methods are available inside the ChromeDriver. All these are the constructors, guys, right? And everything is available over here inside the ChromeDriver class. So ChromiumDriver class. So ChromiumDriver is having, see, all the overridden methods with respect to, see, coming all the overridden method from all these interfaces also, that we are not bothered about it. Like let's see, for location and touch screen, right? You must have seen that, okay, get session storage, get location method, set location, get touch, and all these things are coming from the different interfaces, right? Like that. So here you can see that all these methods, dev tools, get, this is a separate method of ChromiumDriver, right? All these things are available. There are so many methods, guys, and quit method is also overridden. You can see that quit, the moment we write driver.quit, right? So that's why it's overridden from where? It's overridden from, it's available over here, see, in Chromium, right? So it's overridden with respect to this connection close and super.quit. It's actually overridden from remote WebDriver, which is actually defined over here, okay, inside the WebDriver. I hope this is clear. Right, now the question is that why we write like this, WebDriver driver equal to new ChromeDriver. You can write it like this, or you can write it like this also. So let's assume that, okay, if I'm writing ChromeDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, so Firefox, browser will be launched. You have to set the property, and then Chrome browser will be launched. But let's see, the same time I want to execute my Firefox also. So how will you do that? For Firefox, you have to write something like this, that Firefox driver both the sites. So this is my Firefox driver. This is also Firefox driver. So let's see, this is my driver 1 and this is my driver 2. Right? Now your manager says that, okay, hey, execute all my test cases on Google Chrome. So you will write this particular line. Then you say that, okay, no, execute your test cases on Firefox. So you will comment this particular line and then you will start executing this. Then same thing for Safari, same thing for Internet Explorer. Right? So we should not comment and uncomment, right? Again, your manager says that, okay, no, after Firefox, execute it on Chrome and comment this out. So we don't do it like this. So that's why we use the top casting concept over here, that we use WebDriver directly over here, right? WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, right? And then what we do now, this particular same driver, I can write, let's see, driver over here. Now same driver can point to Firefox driver also, on the basis of some condition that now we can pass a string browser equal to Chrome, and then if browser dot equals Chrome, then launch this guy, otherwise launch this particular guy. So how will you maintain? You will maintain one, let's see, some browser property which is coming from configuration property or something like this. So you will maintain Chrome over here. Then you start writing one if condition that, hey, the browser dot equals, it is Chrome. Then what will you do? So you will maintain only one single reference of the WebDriver. So let's say I'm maintaining one single reference of the WebDriver over here like this. And then I'll remove this particular WebDriver from here, and then I'll simply copy this driver and then paste it over here, right? Like this. And then same thing I'll be doing for, I'll write my one else if it is equal to Firefox, then I'll be writing for Firefox over here. Like this. Same thing, I'll define number of else if condition for other guys also, other browsers also, or you can write switch case statement, right? So what is the concept here? We don't need to comment uncomment over here. So simple, if your manager says that, okay, hey, execute on Google Chrome, so I'll maintain Chrome over here, and then simple, this condition will be satisfied, and then simple, do it. Then your manager says, okay, hey, execute on Firefox, so I simple write Firefox. So I don't need to change my driver, I'll just shift my driver. Okay, I don't need to create a new driver. Okay, so my driver will be initialized with Firefox now. If you pass Chrome, your driver will be initialized with ChromeDriver. So that's why we have to write WebDriver driver equal to new ChromeDriver instead of ChromeDriver driver equal to new ChromeDriver. But let's see, in your company, for your application, you just want to execute only and only for Chrome. You have only one browser. In that case, you can use that. Okay, yeah, ChromeDriver driver equal to new ChromeDriver. That you can simple do that. Okay, this is the thing. Now, some people were asking that, okay, why can't we use RemoteWebDriver? Right? If you write, let's see, RemoteWebDriver dr is equal to new ChromeDriver. Can I do it like this? First of all, let's import this RemoteWebDriver. Yes, I can do that. Why? Because ChromeDriver is a class according to the diagram that we have created, and ChromeDriver is the grandchild of RemoteWebDriver. So I can do that. Okay, because this is top casting once again. The child class object can be referred by grandparent or parent reference variable. If you remember my Java sessions, I've already covered this. So child class object can be referred by parent class reference variable in the form of top casting. I can do that. So I can simply do that. Okay, like this also. But RemoteWebDriver is only used, guys, whenever you have to execute something on the remote site. That's why it's written with remote. So whenever you want to do it on the local site, in that case, okay, you have to use simple driver equal to new Chrome driver. Or whenever you want to execute on some, let's see, on hub, on some Docker, where hub is set up over here, or maybe some, let's see, on browser stack or source labs. In that case, along with some desired capabilities, you have to use, and ChromeDriver doesn't support any capabilities over there. So RemoteWebDriver supports those things. So that's why we have to use it like this. So we have to create the object of RemoteWebDriver instead of ChromeDriver over there. So that is the concept, guys. That's why I'm saying you have to use it like this. So instead of using this, what you will write? You will be writing like this: WebDriver, let's see, dr, let's see, some reference over here is equal to new RemoteWebDriver. And here you will do one thing. Here you will pass whatever the URL that you have. So you will create, let's see, some new URL. Okay, whatever the URL that you have, let's see, whatever the URL, your hub URL, you will import this particular guy. It's capital URL or whatever. Okay, yeah, this, and the capabilities object you will create, and those capabilities object that you have to pass like this. So here the URL will be something like this. Okay, my server is running on, let's see, 192.122.31.1, right, /wd/hub, and the port number is 4444, right? And we have to create the capabilities and then start using the capabilities. So that's why we have to use RemoteWebDriver over here. Okay, so that is the concept of RemoteWebDriver. But if you want to execute on your local, then we don't need that. You simply execute locally over here. Okay, so that's the purpose, guys. For all those things, I can share this particular, or you can take the screenshot of this, put it on, okay, on your on in your study room, on your desk, and then take a printout or whatever. Okay, so please remember this. Give the right answer if someone is asking you. Okay, people miss a couple of things over here. So you should be different from others. Okay, whenever you are explaining at the time of interview, it gives an impact that, okay, yeah, this guy is aware about what? This guy is aware about, first of all, the entire Java doc. So please try to explore. Whenever you are having doubt, these two things you always have to check. First of all, this is the API documentation is available, very beautifully designed. And the second thing is their code structure. You can simple clone this particular guy, this particular Selenium project, and then import in your Eclipse and then start using it and checking it. And if you find some bugs over there, you can put a commit also. You can raise a PR to a different branch, and then if they really like your solution, lets you find some issues over there. So see, there are so many pull requests, 63 pull requests are there. I used to raise some pull requests, 2-3 years back, but now I haven't. I don't know they maintain 2 years back history also or not. I don't know. But see, some people they raise a PR. Some people they find the bugs and they want to fix it, or maybe some people they want to change their code or some really good code. So you can also contribute. That's the advantage of open source community, right? So simple raise it and then start using it, and then you if they really like it, they will merge your code into master branch with your name. This is the advantage. And not even for Java, you can execute for JavaScript, Py means the Python, Ruby, any other thing, you can simply use it. Okay, so please start looking into the deep dive into Selenium Java documentation. Everything is so open over there. But before that, your Java should be strong. You should know what is interface, what is @override, what is method overriding, what do you mean by class, what do you mean by method overloading, what do you mean by method overriding, what is constructor, right? All the object oriented, you should know about it. Then only you can understand what is top casting. The moment I asked this question at a time of interview that, okay, hey, why we are writing WebDriver driver equal to new ChromeDriver? Most of the people say that, okay, WebDriver is a class. No, it's an interface. Then they said, okay, yeah, driver is the object, but we cannot create the object of WebDriver because this is an interface. Then this does not give a good impression, right, guys? So that's why you have to explain properly with the, okay, with your research. Whatever research that you have done, please try to do that. From my side, see, I cannot give you, each and everything. These are very small micro things are available. See, today you got to know that there's a class in between ChromiumDriver. You will get to know when you explore their documentation, when you explore their Java doc and API documentation. Then you will get to know, okay, this is what they have written like that. Okay, perfect. And it's an ocean, guys. There are so many things, so many interfaces, so many classes. It's not important, okay, you have to go through each and everything. But let's see, I'll give you one task. You have to check where exactly alert API is there. So alert, if you see that, okay, driver.space2.alert, and alert will return one alert reference over there where exactly it is defined, and alert.dismiss and alert.accept and get text method from where it is coming actually. You have to find out and put a comment over there if you are able to do that. You can copy paste their GitHub URL also in the comment section, right? Thank you so much, guys. That's all I really wanted to cover. And thanks, Vinay, that you asked this question that on Facebook. So I thought of creating this video. I hope now it's clear to you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.